This is great. La da da da. Just seeing if I'm in my room on my platform. Well, hopefully, give me a shout out if you're streaming, and I can actually, you know what? Let me go here. Da, 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 da. Ooh, here I am. Okay. Have you noticed I like to whistle? It's hilarious. I crack myself up. Humor. But with that, inshallah and ashe. So, inshallah, divine wills, and ashe is blessings. So, I always like to say blessings to you, my energetic beings. So, welcome to Change Your Stars, a little Q&A. And you may be wondering why change your stars. It's like, are you living the life of your star, the star that you are? I literally, truly, authentically believe, heartfelt down to my soul of my bones, that we all have a star purpose and that we are all the magic of the universe, the elements, the cosmic soup bowl, and really so much more. We're here to create with Creator. It's like being a little piece of star from the creator, source, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, to create the star that we are. And we have what I do call energetic hiccups. And we also have trivial pursuits. And we have the universe, move us to open new doors of opportunities. So, Change Your Stars was at first, it was a live beta of Transforming Lives. But it's now in my digital library as an offer that I'm actually offering you at this moment to change your stars. So, if you feel like you're stuck on the hamster wheel of life, not living your inner genius, your prime directive, you actually authentically may feel that way. I mean, where the struggle feels real, but it's like things happen for us, not to us. And when we can get to the other side of that coin, fear, I always say there's magic on the other side of fear as well. So when we start to navigate our star story, you may be triggered and you also may trigger others, right? But triggers to me are periods of growth. They're growth periods. Anybody here part of the Energy Body Demystified? If you are in that offer, it's looping, right? We loop the positive and we loop the negative. So here you are because something inside of you is curious about what really all of this is about. Now, I am not here to say that I know I am not the only one teaching about energy medicine, shamanism, the other world, the juice. It's all the juice for me, swirling with these energetic centers. I just do see, hear, feel, sense it a little bit differently, otherworldly. So, this is your soul's transformation to your star, the star that I believe we all are and that we all have in the corridor of Change Your Stars. So, I created this limited time offer to continue your journey. You are in your prime, you are in your story. So, if you have been in the Rising of the Origins, the immersion, the free 5-day immersion, it really is important to continue the journey or wait. And if you are just visiting and curious, I'm actually here to answer those questions. These are spiritual insight centers. I actually work with a 12 chakra system. It really just makes sense to me. We got 12 houses, signs, and planets in astrology and the elemental room. So we have all these opportunities that we can navigate through. I really am your otherworldly life coach. I believe we're all our own healer. I'm just here as an assistant. You literally are going to be doing your own work in order to put what you have authentically inside yourself to work. And collaborating with your higher self. Our higher self is always online. So each stage is a step to that higher self that we all have. So if you have taken the Change Your Stars quiz, you may already have some insight into the spiritual center or centers that the universe, the star that you are, is activating for you. So I am very shamanic. I am shamanically gifted. I utilize all of the centers and even the ones that are otherworldly. I was what I call, or I coined, blessed with death at the age of 7. So if you have listened or tuned into various podcasts that I've been on, or even my own, uh, I'm not going to get into that here, but I looked at all that and I still do, as going back and getting the memo, like Creator, God, Great Spirit, Goddess, whatever, um, sitting at this round table of androgynous beings. Um, and hadn't given me all the downloads for this particular incarnation. But as you travel through the stages of Change Your Stars, I have a private invite only group for people who have joined a sacred online community where we can actually share our wins and our experiences and so much more, and collaborate, have a community with like minded musers, just connecting our energy body to the physical body and vice versa, streaming continually these frequencies. But once you begin to do this, the navigation to your star story starts to become aligned with your journey. The universe has you at this time for a purpose, like you incarnated at this moment in space and time for a reason. The universe never makes mistakes, right? Sometimes, however, we do get in our own way. That's what I call an energetic hiccup. So you might be even wondering, what is change your star? So years ago, I came up with the saying, when people ask what I do, what I be and what am I being? So what we be is what comes. It's in the being, the doing to get to the having. But it's about changing lives, igniting passions on the information highway to literally awaken the spirit, awakening the spirit that authentically resides within you. So if you feel stuck in manifesting, that's an energetic block. Addictions, all kinds of addictions, those are other kinds of blocks. Maybe you feel twisted. I mean, how many of you watch my daily snippets? You know, I randomly go live in different Facebook platforms, but I am daily on YouTube. You can always find me there consistently. But being that we are in the season of Gemini, we're kind of cleaning house there, streaming forward into the season of Cancer. But we have been elevating our minds, streaming in optimism, changing our beliefs. The reason I say that is because Gemini is the mind, it's our intellect, it's our two channels, it's our logical channels and our intuitive channels. But on the opposing side to Gemini is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is our beliefs. So it's like recalibrating our belief system, getting out of the limited beliefs that a lot of us have, and seeing the world outside of the box that sometimes we put ourselves in, especially those conditioned ones. So it takes time and it takes space to navigate the grid. So there's in Change Your Stars, first off, energy exercises. So this is just like if you're going to go to a workout or exercise daily, twice a week. That's physical world stuff, exercise, right? And energetically, people born in the season of Earth, that's our lymphatic system. I know all about the elements. I've been doing this a very long time, but energetically, people with a lot of Earth, if you've been watching my show, Earth is a transition time. People born in an Earth season, a day, an hour, the month, really have a hard time. Uh, they're always in transition energetically, but also movement. It's our lymphatic system, and the lymphatic system is the only system that does not move on its own. So people in careers like where they sit at a desk, that's really not healthy for a person that has a lot of earth energy frequency. You have to move a lot to keep the energy flowing. And I could go into all the elements. I do have those in the goodies and Rising of the Origins. I talk about the elemental structure in relation to the body. So just exercising, you know, connecting, streaming, protecting, grounding, opening and closing, but also still streaming those downloads, those intuitive hits where they come in through your third eye, your crown, your heart, your voice, hearing, feeling them in your body. There's so many different intuitive aspects that we can utilize. An elemental beings, and really how the elements play with the centers and how it's all connected. Even our pathways, commonly known as meridians, it's all connected, you know, universally, galactically, and so much more. and just diving deep into the cosmology of numerology. And I stream numbers with the planets and the houses. If you've been listening to my podcast, Healing Your Wounds, The Wounded Healer, Chiron, wherever Chiron is in your chart, we don't ever relive our Chiron. It's something we've already experienced in another timeline, but we're here to heal that wound. We've already lived it. We've already healed our Chiron. But to heal the past wounds of our past, literally go to the angelic being that is the ruler of your Chiron. I could actually map that out a little even further, but energetically, it's all about the baby steps to start, right? We don't go to A to Z overnight. Most people just focus on A to B, but there's all these little in betweens that are really super magical. Then we have the subtle sisters. That's our intuitive, our spirit self. Comes in through different centers, which really is our greatest asset to assist us. So there's kinesthetic centers, there's hearing or the verbal, and vision centers. And you too may be like me and have more than one gift that expresses itself in multiple ways, streaming through the third eye, but feeling it in the heart, or the heart streaming through into the third eye, or your solar plexus through your throat. They're all in correlation, and it's just how it plays out and maps out for each and every one of us. So the heart truly is really the queen of our chalice, or our king, but I prefer queen, just saying. But it's about climbing into our skin. It's being heart centric. Does the heart love it? When our heart loves something, it's easy. When our heart doesn't love something, we resist it energetically, whether we're aware of it or not. The realm of the imagination. So this for me is the shaman's portal. It's magic for me. It's the mystical into the imaginal realms. And then we actually look through the eyes, the ghost in the darkness, healing the shadow self to become the star that we are. And oftentimes I feel like the greatest ally is really in those shadows. It's like making friends with the stranger, the enemy inside of us. The earth star, I always hear people talk about ascending, but I am sometimes like, have you even descended yet? Become embodied, fully embodying ourselves. So the Earth star is more nature based, feng shui. People that are into feng shui generally, their Earth star is activated. And we also have a super juice, I should say, the soul's harmonic, one of my other favorites. It's a galactic center, it's outside of our bodies. And this is where I go if I want to see things or how things are through the eye of God. Imagine that. Sitting at the round table with source energy and having a conversation through that aspect. There's also an energy center in our hands, the power pathway. A lot of shamans use this energetic center. It's about power. You can call in the winds, cleanse the air, put out a fire, create a rainstorm. If that's your gift, you can also settle the winds and calm your own soul. So, really moving the elementals, the elements, a lot of shamans work with the power pathway. And no, it's not necessarily to go on a plant medicine journey or to use these myself. That is medicine that should be used very wisely. It's for spirit and soul stuff. Native Americans, indigenous people, they generally only utilize the medicine of the plant when they need to go on that sacred journey because they're not open to the other world. But doing it every day, microdosing, it's not meant for that because the medicine, it's like you're not honoring it. It does lose its gift. And I do find a lot of people are trying to stream into the original stream from the first time they experienced it. That's just my muse. I'm not telling you to or not do it. That's just what I see. The shaman I worked with, they don't use any altercations to go into a trance state. That's just how I was. That's just not part of my medicine either. But I do understand it. So if you are curious about that, I'm not going to judge you. That's not my purpose at all. Then we have the Chinese elements. I really honestly could have created an entire offer just on the elemental realm. If that is something that piques your interest, let me know. I may be able to create and manifest that into the physical as a beta launch. for me, this is like beyond feng shui, our body. I mean, it is feng shui of the body. That's kind of how I see the elemental realm. It's the feng shui of the body and the elements. They're a part of us. I mean, the elements speak, animals speak, and it's just opening to the magic of the world that we are in, just bringing the heavenly realm into this realm. And the Dagara, I was blessed and honored to be a protege of my elder, Malidoma Somé. And ritual. Ritual is food for our soul. Ritual is so many things than what the Western mind thinks it is. I mean, I do moon rituals quite often, but I also do other rituals for adversity. And when I do cowrie shell divinations, I do prescribe rituals for what's coming up in the shells, how the shells are speaking to me. And also the Merlin effect. So, honestly, this is probably, I love, 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 love beyond the love streams. The Merlin effect. This is being able to move into our future self, our past self, and our now self. And you could go into another lifetime, possibly, in healing the realms. I mean, you can use the Merlin effect to go into the past or the future, do a ritual, and literally move space and time. Kind of reminds me of a movie, some of these Netflix shows. I can't think of one right now. But this really is an amazing opportunity. I mean, there's so much other additives, ingredients in Change Your Stars. There's a super bundle, Soliciting Solitude, that was created to house. It's literally a library of all of my meditations, not just from all of my courses, but from just a beginning journey. So if you are new to meditation and you need some encouragement to start, it's really about baby steps, seriously. And there, I bet there's hundreds of meditations in there from start to, like I said, into my courses and so much more. So seriously, that right there is a magnitude bonus, really, quite honestly. Um, yeah, it's a great offer. But the love the skin you're in, right? I believe I shared my journey into the realm of death, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it's in there. I'm not sure. But I share my story there and some other things. And the balance of being. That was the first course that I actually created, my very first offer. Really amazing, very simple. It's just starting your journey. Um, so I started with balance of being, then the soliciting solitude, and then love the skin you're in, and then the energy body demystified. So it really is baby steps going from A to B and then all the way to Z and continuing. These are growth periods. That is what they are. And we all need growth. We all need to evolve. We all need transformation. And possibly seeing things through different eyes leads us on a new path, a different direction where we do live our genius, our inner genius, our life and purpose, right? To be the star that we are and navigating these threads and continuing to teach this to the children authentically, to climb into their skin and be the star that they are from youth, from birth, from before birth, right? Um, so with that, I'm not seeing any questions typed in there. I'm hoping you're listening and can hear me. However, I will jump on again and talk a little bit more about Change Your Stars. But if you're curious, be sure to comment here and I will live stream again and share some sauce, maybe open your eyes to a different way of seeing things. Because the way we see the world is the way the world sees us and the unseen. And once we be something different and do something different, we're able to shine our light brighter and have something different. So, yeah, all eyes are upon us. Ooh, and it's 6:19. Imagine that. Okay. Inshallah and Ashe, blessings to you. And as always, I will see you on the other side. Blessings. And make it a magical Saturday night evening. The winds of fate are upon us. Ashe.